बहुत सारे लोग ना एडमिंटन खरीद रहे हैं, प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन खरीद रहे हैं एंड रेनोवेशन से ना हमेशा हमें डर लगता है.
So One-Way offers like private beaches and you have private clubhouse.
Possibly Airbnb this if the condo management allows that. What can you buy in Calgary for under $400,000? We'll find out in today's video, so let's get started. All right, we are in Auburn Bay right now, which is in Southeast. It's one of the best neighborhoods you can find in Calgary. It's very developed. You'll see that these are the condos that we are, we'll just look at the unit. And यहाँ पे ना पीछे सारी grocery stores हैं, school भी यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे हैं. So YMCA भी यहाँ से पास है. In fact, Auburn Bay is just next to Mahogany, which is one of the best, communities here. And we are looking at a condo which is listed at $350,000, less than $350,000. We'll ask Urvinder, for some options here. And this particular condo is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and the condo fee is very low. We'll get all the details on the numbers. It's only 6 years old, so it's a 2018-2019 built, and it's a very good value. So बहुत सारे लोग ना एडमिंटन खरीद रहे हैं, प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन खरीद रहे हैं, बहुत छोटे condos हैं वो. This one is a pretty big condo and it's not very old, and you can still get it for under $350,000.
Hi.
कितने का है?
$375.
$375,000. How much square feet?
750.
750 square feet. And what's the condo fee?
Condo fee is approximately 276.
276. This is the normal condo fee in this neighborhood.
No,
right?
actually, this is on the lower range.
Okay.
So on an average, like for apartment buildings, the condo fees is around 350, 400-ish.
Got it. And what about the age of the building?
This is 2018, so still pretty new.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
And this is in one of the premium neighborhoods of Southeast in Auburn Bay. So Auburn Bay offers like private beaches and you have private clubhouse and private, like if you want to party, they have the halls as well.
Nice.
Only the residents of Auburn Bay can go there and book all these things.
Now we are in DRH community. This is in Southeast?
This is in Southeast.
Okay, how far is it from downtown?
About 15 to 20.
15 to 20 minutes. And
on traffic.
And this unit is a townhouse. It has a condo fee. How much is the condo fee?
350.
And what's the price?
300.
It's a ridiculous price, and you'll see from inside it's actually not a very good looking condo, but that's what we want. And we'll just look at the property and then we'll talk about how much renovations are required. But this is one of those value deals that you would want to get into if you are especially a first time home buyer. You can actually buy in a very good neighborhood. You can renovate the unit, you can live here and then rent it out in 1 year and move on to the next one, right? This is a perfect property for that. Let's go and look at what's inside. Let's go. That's where you go upstairs. And आप देखोगे काफी कारपेट में चेंजेस होने हैं, बट कारपेट कितने का होता है गुरिंदर? कितना पैसा लगता है कारपेट चेंज करने?
Give or take, like this is like approximately 1,000 square feet.
हाँ.
Between 4 to 5 per square feet.
अच्छा, $4 to $5 per square feet. So that's $4,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
And you can change it to flooring as a laminate flooring.
Vinyl.
Vinyl flooring.
Because vinyl is waterproof and scratch proof. So.
Got it. So we go here. All this can be painted. It's not a big deal. The kitchen
will be changed as well throughout. So this will be going into the dump. They will be installing.
And कितने पैसे लगते हैं kitchen में?
Give or take $10,000.
$10,000, yeah. And the cabinets will be changed.
Everything is going whatever is looking at right now.
That's awesome.
New appliances and everything.
What's here? That goes to the basement.
And there's a 2-piece washing here as well.
Oh, okay. So you have a 2-piece washroom. Even this will be changed. कितने पैसे लगते हैं washroom में change करने में? Roughly
2,000 to 3,000.
2,000 to 3,000. That's it.
Just a 2-piece. So.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we will refinish the floor with the tiles and then new vanities, new countertop.
Got it.
Everything.
एकदम नया बनाना है, हाँ?
Yeah.
And that's the basement. We'll go upstairs as well. So this is a townhouse. This is not rentable. The basement is not rentable, but this can be created into a rec room.
Like a family room or...
Yeah.
You can also have an extra bedroom here, but you will have to get the egress window. You have to get the bigger window.
Bigger windows, yeah. Okay. That's awesome. तो गुरविंदर, इस पूरे घर को रेनोवेट करने के लिए कितने पैसे लगेंगे? लेट्स अज्यूम दैट वी नीड टू मेक इट लुक गुड for the first time buyers.
Looking like
Amazing. Immaculate. How much money is required to do that?
40,000 ish.
40,000?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And after repair value is around 400k ish.
So you buy this for 300 around, then $40,000, of repairs. And then the value is about 400.
400. Give or take. It can easily go upwards of 400 because there is one recently sold for 387.
Right.
With no upgrades and all that.
And वैसे as a first time home buyer, it's very important to also understand that you'll be living in this property in 1-2 years. The time that you're living in, the property will appreciate in value. So you just put in $340,000, 300 for the property and 40,000 for renovations, and you might be able to sell it for 450, 475, 2 years down the line, or you can just rent it out. Can I rent it?
For like after renos, the rent should be around 2600.
2600 for $340,000 property, very close to downtown. You can even Airbnb this. There's so many options that you can do, in this kind of a property. And renovations से ना हमेशा हमें डर लगता है.
No, there's nothing to worry about.
And Gurinder Paji, like this, he's amazing when it comes to renovations and everything. So it'll be all good. Now, before I deep dive further into this amazing unit that can make you a lot of money, what I'll recommend is that you go to the description of this video. There's a link that will take you to the WhatsApp group where I'll be sharing value deals just like this with numbers and justifications pre-vetted directly by me straight into that WhatsApp group every single day. So if you want to have access to the best deals, join the WhatsApp group. So let's look at the numbers for this. I'm looking at these numbers as a first time home buyer. If you're buying as an investment property, first of all, I'll not really recommend buying a condo townhouse. But even if you were to buy a condo townhouse, it's in a very good neighborhood. You can possibly Airbnb this if the condo management allows that. Now looking at these numbers for this particular property, now I've done these numbers as a first time home buyer. As an investor, the numbers will not be very different. It will cash flow even if it's a condo townhouse and there is a condo fee attached because we are buying it at a very low price. But let's look at these numbers as a first time home buyer and what can you buy for about $300,000, which is a ridiculous price. So the purchase price for this unit will be $300,000. Down payment will be 5%, which is $15,000 because you're buying for yourself and you're buying as a first time home buyer. Closing cost is $2,000 because, like again, in Calgary, the closing cost is restricted to just the lawyer fees. Now, like Gurvinder said, the renovations required on this unit are $40,000, and I'll give you a calculation of how to get this $40,000. But let's assume in this calculation that you're actually putting that upfront from your pocket. So on this $300,000 house, you put $15,000 of down payment, $2,000 of closing cost and renovations, a total of $57,000 to make it look really nice. Now remember, I've done this calculation assuming that you're living in the unit after renovating this particular unit. The mortgage payment on this one will be about $1,690. Condo fee is $350. Property tax plus insurance is about $250. Monthly expenses, excluding utilities, will be just under $2,300, which is equivalent to a 2-bedroom rent. This is basically a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it has a basement as well that can be converted into the 3rd bedroom. So you essentially are getting 3 bedrooms and possibly 2.5 baths if you are able to create a bathroom in the basement as well. And all this will be available to you under $2,300, including utilities. The beauty of this one is we've just put 5%, and yes, we did put renovations into it, a total of $57,000, but the after renovation value will increase to about $400,000. In a year's time, it might increase a little bit further as well. And the equity in this particular home, we started at about $296,000. Now, if you are wondering, we made a $15,000 down payment. If you subtract it from $300,000, that comes to about $285,000 of loan. But because we are doing a less than 20% down, you also add mortgage insurance to it. And therefore, your starting balance was about $296,000. If you subtract 400 minus 296, your new equity in the house is $104,000. So essentially what has happened is your $57,000 has converted into $104,000 equity, which is amazing. Now, let's assume that you are someone who doesn't have a lot of money and therefore you do not want to put the renovations cost from your pocket and you don't really want to live in a bad looking house as well. And what we can do here is, and again, this is only true if you're buying for yourself. Now, it might be true if you're an investor, but it's a lot more complicated. But let's again assume that you are buying this unit for yourself to live in. Now, the purchase price for this unit remains the same, $300,000, but we also go to the bank and ask for a renovations loan. And this is something that is part of the policy that they can actually give to you if the renovations are legit, which in this case are absolutely necessary. So we go to the bank and say that, okay, we are buying a home of $300,000. We want to make a minimum down payment of 5%, but we also want a $40,000 reno loan. And therefore, you have to now make a 5% down payment on the $300,000 plus $40,000, which is $17,000. So down payment has increased by about $2,000, which is not too bad. The closing cost remains the same at $2,000. Your upfront cost is just $19,000. And now we have a renovations loan of $40,000. What this does is it increases the mortgage payment, of course, because we are now taking more loan. The mortgage payments becomes about $1,900. The condo fee remains the same. Everything else remains the same. And the monthly expenses come to almost $200 to $220 more plus utilities. Still not too bad for a property which is close to downtown and you just put in less than $20,000 into this property. The after renovation value remains $400,000 and the equity in the home is $400,000 minus $335,000, which is a starting loan that you had on this house, and therefore you converted the $19,000 into $65,000, which is almost more than tripling the money that we put in. Now, this particular property is also listed very close by, and this sold for $390,000, and that's the reason why the second property that I showed just now that requires renovation, I'm confident that it will be worth over $400,000. This is just, sold February of 15, so it just sold, in February. And let's look at this particular property. This is the middle unit that we have here. That's the living room. The living room will, look much nicer in the other property that we'll buy for $300,000, and that can actually be renovated, and it can be made look, just like this or even better than this, especially with the staging and all. So that's the living room. That's the kitchen. It's pretty upgraded. It just, is not very well kept, and that's the kind of houses that you should buy, because that means that there is scope for negotiations in these kind of houses that are not looking very good. That's the bedrooms. It's a very similar layout. It's a very similar, kind of a thing. Obviously, again, it's not looking that good. And that's the basement, and they've created, like if you look at the flooring, it's not really, finished. But that's the other bedroom that is, I think, the third bedroom in the basement, which is similar to, what we are also planning to do in the other house that I just showed. And like I said, this particular property is sold for $390,000, a very similar looking condo townhouse with a similar condo fee. Everything is almost the same. That's all I have for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, do share it with a friend who is looking to buy their first home in Calgary. And if you are not already part of our Value Deals group, the WhatsApp group that we have, where I share deals exactly like I showed in this particular video every single day. So if you want to have access to the best deals, join the WhatsApp group. मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय.